frustrating lane to have to lane against here for Sammy Boy.
It is. I mean, again, it's a little bit better than having your Magnus safe lane. I think a Magnus safe lane here just gets run down. The Drow has some spacing to play with, and you can play with your Phoenix pretty nicely. It does take a few levels for you to really hit your stride, although Sunlight's doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, Skyward got very excited there, just trying to go for the... I don't even know if he expected to get the kill onto Sammy Boy, but it's still passive in pretty much every lane right now. Both sides just taking it easy. A lot of farm happening here from Ferte on the Morph lane, 47 and 4, having a pretty damn good time. As top lane, Sunlight going to find himself in danger now. He's going to try for the Icarus dive away, but was a bit late. Skyward does get that final hit off with a right click and does secure the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, RCY is gone. Volodka able to get that kill himself as Fleet does trade. But now Skyward's moving in, looking for a sticky bomb, but cannot land it. It's a pretty big kill into RC. You get caught out with the rogue RP like that from Monster. You're just not ready with the strength morph, and makes it very easy to secure the kill with Sunstrike coming in from RCY. The Morphling was on maximum of 124 HP at the time, so not the best. As Volodka now mid lane, going to get caught by the lift of Flea, and he has no gameplay to try and get out of that. Sunlight able to secure that kill on the Phoenix. Is now top lane. Sammy's being chased down. Sammy still going for a bit of a run. A nice three-man gust, and now the team is incoming. They can't secure the kill in time. Ash is trying his absolute best to get there. Skyward is already down. Ash so close for the duel attempt, still trying to reach him. Sammy trying to duke this one out the best he can. The extra movement speed, but it's not going to be enough. Ash cannot make it. Sammy proving to just be fast enough. And Flea will walk away with a double kill on the Rubik.
Now that is huge.
Bottom lane, it's going to run into Monster here in the mag. RP immediately committed again. This time he got the strength morph off though, so they're not going to be able to get the kill. And now Ush is incoming with Skyward and Door. They were trying to set up some bait for Monster, and the bait looks like it's going to pay off. If they do commit the duel now, there is no way for Monster to survive. And now even the egg being committed here from Sunlight to try and keep him safe. But it was already too late. So you get a 2 for nothing special here for TiltedBoys. So, you know, be able to actually secure the Drow. So instead, they'll start pressuring the mid-tier 1 tower. There will be a defense to come out though from Wildcard. The Wildcard showing up here, gets tornadoed up. Meanwhile, Jewel has been committed. Ush trying to finish off RCY, but a big RP coming from Monster, landing on 2. They've lost both Ush and Ferte in all this. There's now Volodka gonna get chased down. The Wind Ranger, pretty big trouble for him, but with the wind run, he might just make it. Monster trying to chase, lands the shockwave into the gush, or rather the gust from Sammy. And Wildcard, they suddenly find 4 for their trouble off the back of a beautiful RP. Wildcard actually getting wrapped around on here by TiltedBoys. They're going to have a high ground advantage, though, because they do hang around in that radiant triangle now, and Ferte is jumping right into them. This could be a real big problem. Sammy, though, he's the first one to get spotted, so he gets jeweled up here, but a nice tornado going to buy him a bit of time, but it's not quite enough. Sammy is down, so they do find a great RP. He has got 3 targets within that. Skewer back as well. The egg, however, it is not going to last. And Wildcard, without their Drow Ranger, are not going to have the follow-up damage to be able to win out this team fight. As it's going to be TiltedBoys pulling off the victory here, even finding RCY on the Evoker. And that'll be 4 down for Wildcard, as Flea is the only one to walk away from this. TiltedBoys backing off at the right moment, though. To be fair, he wouldn't mind tanking the gank for the team. Oh, Ferrete's a much bigger kill, and they see him. Pings are out. RP immediately onto the Morphling. He did get strength morph off in time, but it may not matter. There's still a waveform. It's going to be quite nice. Now they'll focus the egg down. A big blast up from Skyward, landing on 2 heroes. Looks like they'll even find Monster on the mag, as they just did not have enough damage to finish off the initial Morphling kill. Sammy, he is going to be left behind, trying to at least finish off Door, but it is not going to happen. Volodka with a triple kill on the Morphling. And another terrible type fight for Wildcard. TB there, just casually waiting here. I did hear an RP, didn't I? It was used up. Whoopsie daisies.
Monster.
Skyward, blast off is... Oh boy, they found the drow immediately. That's Sammy gone. Monster now getting caught as well. Is going to end up going down, and Flea is just going to try and escape here, but they've got the stun. What was that RP? Because he was smoked up, wasn't he? Did he RP an illusion?
He was... Who's the real boss? Who dictates who lives and dies in this game, even for his teammates? It's Ferte. We'll go into the Roche, but now Wildcard have an angle in. RP's ready for Monster if he manages to land it this time.
Yeah, nice RP here from Monster, catching two of them. Chaos Meteor down as well, doing a lot of damage, but they are still surviving for now as another skewer is there, this time from Ferte. They have got Skyward down at the least. Ash dropping low, but gets a dual victory before he does go down, and now Sammy has been used up. Still trying to run with the Gust committed, but Skyward takes him down with the blast off. RCY also in trouble, will drop. And again, Roshan is well and truly available. So Tilted Boys can move
into gear once more, forcing Wildcard into some really bad fights.
Mid-tier 4's now under siege. I mean, Sammy's down for another 23 seconds, though a nice skewer back here from Monster right by the fountain. Is that going to actually be enough? No, it's not. He's actually going to survive with the strength morph. He's just not going to drop. His Monster is down. It was a nice attempt. They could try again, and they are going to probably do so. His door being chased down should go down to the Yule Scepter. Sunstrike, no, that's actually not going to land, but Door is still being chased here by Monster and is eventually going to drop. His Wildcard is still trying to fight back. Ferte will just force staff away. Sammy's still chasing him down, but Ferte just pops the BKB now, going right after Sammy. RP committed to the Morphling, but Ash is dueling up the Drow Ranger, not allowing the follow-up damage. So the Drow just in huge trouble as Ash just focusing down Sammy, has got the kill. Monster has to get out of there. So do the rest of them as Wildcard are slowly falling apart here in this game one. Even RCY looking to go down before this game is officially called. And there you go. He is down as GG is finally called by Sunlight. And that is a victory I was not quite expecting here, Jonathan. But Tilted Boys, they'll get so far the first game off the side of water.
But they were also there in the last game, and as that one dragged on, it just didn't feel any better for Wildcard going up there.
Yeah, and they're going to run right into Door. He's found himself 5 heroes. I mean, at least a great decay opportunity, but it's not going to matter when you don't have your team around you. So eventually Door is just going to feed First Blood, and Sunlight doesn't have taken it. Couldn't really help it, to be fair. The Thunderstrike was just going. And that does allow Sunlight to take the kill, which are always going to be better in terms of the net worth. And we haven't seen any rotations from Wildcard either, up towards the top lane. So Ferte, at least for now, is having a bit of a repeat, if not a better performance than last game. Skyward. He's gone. Sunlight will take the kill. Wildcard, he tried to rotate to try and help out, but still pretty far behind the Void Spritters. Now Ush is in trouble bottom lane. Does eat a Lotus. Sammy, though, still going to secure the kill, though Volodka is going to try and trade, but the Healing Ward is going to make it rather challenging, so he will commit his second Astral Step.
You miss out on the opportunity to get anything done. They even popped the Roar on Wildcard. That's a cooldown that you're going to have to wait for next. They are smoked up, though. Ush could be a target.
He seems to know something is wrong, but the glimpse is there. Static Storm immediately committed, so there's no games happening here. And luckily they didn't commit that silence, because there was Ferte around the corner. So had they dropped an arena or a nice spear, we may have seen the follow-up here from Tilted Boys, who are currently getting caught out. Skyward still being chased down. He's going to get glimpsed. And he will also go down. So Wildcard finding a 2-for-nothing trade. Even able to pick off the T1 bottom tower. Very nice.
So it's like, all right, some games give you a slight advantage for that, although not many. Can feel awful.
Well, sadly, we aren't in an FPS right now, John. Tilted Boys, I mean, they are going to go for a big fight up top. Smoke is there. Static Storm, however, was dropped onto the morph, but he got the strength morph up in time, and now Ash with a great arena down has caught RCY. RCY going to go for the roll, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. This Flea is going to drop to boot. 3 down on the side of Wildcard. And Roshan is right next door. So Tilted Boy is going to rush right in for that. Why the hell not? Another big team fight for Tilted Boys. And I'll tell you, John, Wildcard, they have not looked too flash hot today.
No. It's just looking awkward, the way they take these fights. Sonnet gets to jump in, there's no follow-up for Ferte, and they just get caught out by Ush. Really good use of that early blink, RCY. Oh, the roll.
Oh, Skyward's got it. Does catch out. Sunlight here is the Omni's committed from Sammy, boy. He's going in. I mean, he got Ush, and surprisingly enough, TiltedBoys just not feeling like they want the fight. They just need the resets instead. So Sammy does get away with the Mars kill here with the Omni slash being committed. They want a bit more, in fact. They're going for another Skyward. But he took the Omni. He's trying to TP out, but the Roar is committed just to ensure they will get the kill. And suddenly Wildcard in a position where they could try to force Roshan. Opening this game. Swift Slash again, getting the bash off into the Rolling Thunder of RCY. Spear's going to lock him down though, Ush. He's got a nice arena going. Sammy still trying to fight this one out the best he can. Will be able to get away once again thanks to the Glimmer Capes of the supports of Wildcard. And sadly for TiltedBoys, they are still falling apart in this team fight as they lost Skyward, who bought back, but he was mid-glimpse. Oh no!
God.
He brought back all the glimpses happening. That's
Executed fight from Wildcard. I have to say, the chakra spam with Swift Slash is actually quite hard to deal with from Sammy. This chakra jog is actually really annoying with how often Swift Slash does fly out in the middle of these fights.
Static Storm being dropped. RCY again with the Rolling Thunder, going to immediately be onto Volodka, and he is just getting deleted as now they've got the Roar out onto the Morphling, and Fuerte is alive for now. Does get Door, but Swift Slash is there once again from Sammy. But that was the Omni Slash being committed. And GG is called. TiltedBoys, they do not believe they can make it the comeback here in this game number 2. And I tend to agree with them here as Sammy is proving to be a little bit too big on the Juggernaut. Ping issues or not, Wildcard will take yourselves here on the side of TiltedBoys. The damage does rack up quite quickly here as Monster is continuously just throwing them out. Or say almost going down, forced to pounce away as now even Skyward shows up, trying to secure Flea on the Mirana. Flea does not have any leap charges at the moment. Glimpse is there, and that should allow Flea to go down as Door setting up very nicely. The Monster is just continuing to chase forward. But not really having the damage quite yet, as Skyward now in trouble. Eventually, Monster does get the kill on Door. Another bunch of axes available. Skyward unable to juke them out. So it's going to be a double kill here for the Beastmaster. And this is all for the price of a Mirana. So Rune's now being secured here by Wildcard. So a pretty big advantage being gained from their end of things as Door can be spotted by Flea. Door might just be dead here if Flea can just keep up the vision. Odd axes are going to land as well onto the Disruptor. They'll get the arrow to connect. Raw being committed just to make sure they do not have to mess around with this kill. Sammy will even hand the tip over. I mean, it was a bit of an unnecessary Raw, to be fair. But I think Sammy's actually quite happy with the way this top lane's gone. Yeah, considering Monster is just dominating 3-0-0 right now on the Beastmaster and finding the top tier 1 tower. But now Sammy, the man of the hour, he is going to drop. Nice little dive in here from the side of TiltedBoys, and they won't even lose anyone. They do get the Batrider out of there just fine.
It was a bit unfortunate build-up for TiltedBoys, because once the track tilts reel in, that's when things get scary.
Glimpse back, RCY. Really targeted, but they are lacking some mana here on Volodka. Arrow's going to land after the disruption. RCY still going in, does have the mana to be able to back out. And again, Volodka with his low mana right now just can't really help. Didn't have any spells to throw out anyway. So they lose the Disruptor. The Wildcard, they'll somehow get RCY out of this as Volodka again going to try and get aggressive. The Flame Guard is already gone. Just does not last. In fact, Sunlight now, Disruption is out. Arrow's going to land.
Perfect.
They have 5 stacks of Shadow Poison. And Sunlight will get the kill onto Volodka. That's something you really don't like to see if you're TiltedBoys. Quite in position for this. Monster going to keep hanging around with the Moonlight, but it is going to wear off now, so they'll see the Beastmaster. But this looks like bait at this point because his team is right behind him. Static Storm is going to be dropped, but RCY will just zip right into the backside looking for Door. He will get pounced up, but it may not matter as RCY is going to be fine to zip back out. Wildcard finding at least one so far. Go on to Skyward. We'll find another. That's 2 down.
Sammy?
But Sammy boy dying again to Ush. This time completely solo.
Shouldn't have to back off. Like, RCY again is... I hear that you don't have a great solution for outside of Static Storm. Although... Nah, to get the
Glimpse is there on RCY, but Sunlight's just going to go Disruption. Arrow is actually going to land on Door. He wasn't able to sidestep to avoid that, so RCY going to jump in for the freeze kill of his life. Lasso was committed, but they can just keep the fight going anyway. Monster getting the tip once again because he's doing so much work for Wildcard. So they will lose Skyward to boot. 3 down for TiltedBoys. And there was just no fight for them. Zipping in, but unable to get the Vortex off. So Volodka gonna be fine with the quick reactions on the Remnant. Meanwhile, bottom, Sammy. Static Storm. Kinetic Field, though, not gonna hold him down. He got the 3-man RP off. Oh, another skewer back into the tier 2 tower. He still goes down, but they should be able to get a bit of a cleanup going. Never mind the chains.
Keep going for tier 2s. If you don't respond here on TiltedBoys, then you'll just constantly lose these objectives. It doesn't take too long.
Tier 2 bot tower is gone. Meanwhile, mid lane, Sammy has been caught by a Static Storm, but they might be trapped in with him here, John. Disruption is going to make sure Sammy does not go down, and now with the roar out on Ush, he is gone to the Bat Rider. RCY looking to go in the back, has found the Disruptor as well, so Door should just be going down, and does. They do at least find Flea on the Mirana. But it's certainly a significantly better trade here for Wildcard. Getting it, boys, knowing the RP is down, maybe want to try and go for something. So they head immediately down south with the big smoke up. And they're running right towards Sammy Boy. Though a nice scan from Sammy, going to hand over the info he needed, but he's still being caught out here. Flamebreak is out. The Mag in a bit of trouble, though he's a bit of a tankier boy, but not tanky enough. He is down. Sunlight getting caught out as well by the looks of it, but RCY going to jump in. Door does commit Static Storm to make sure the Storm can't just kill him off, but RCY is going anyway. Finding one. Now the Slark caught by the Roar of Monster, so that'll be a second kill to come out here for Wildcard. They should be able to perhaps find a third as Skyward gets his TP cancelled off for the bounty. So he is gone. A double kill for RCY. So even if you lose that position 1 Magnus, just...
And they're in a really strong position, RCY.
Arrow gonna give some vision over. They want to go for the fight. Looks like the jump is there from Monster. The roar out immediately onto Volodka. Meanwhile, Door again being picked off by RCY. But now the Lasso gonna hold down the Storm. Still RCY looking to be just fine for now, though they do chain him up and hold him down with the Static Storm. In comes Sammy though. A big RP committed. He found 3 targets with that. So they do really punish for the death of RCY. There's now Skyward also caught. Gonna go down. The Wildcard again finding a 3-for-1 trade. This time Sammy able to secure high ground. This time going through the top lane. That's going to be a pretty fast process here for Wildcard if TiltedBoys can't defend. Another harpoon. Volodka forced the BKB up, but a nice lasso on the Mag. Still RCY is there with the Vortex, and he has a side device up now and available. RP was committed, but it was only on 1 target. Nevertheless, it's going to be enough to at least get the Bat Rider down as RCY is being held here on the Storm, but the 4-staff away is going to make it so he can zip out. He'll barely make it away on the Storm. Sammy, meanwhile, still fighting Ferte right by the fountain of the Dire. Just look at this man go. He couldn't give a crap. Yeah, they will. Smoke broken on Ush. Sammy immediately skewering in here to fight heroes. Nobody wants to borrow him at the moment. Lasso is there from Ush, dragging the Magnus back. Meanwhile, Sunlight is being jumped on the Shadow Demon. Monster, though, a nice roar being committed. Volodka is gone already. Ferte still trying to deal with RCY, but really can't do it. He just doesn't have the damage. Now without the Shadow Dance, he's in big danger, trying to get his way out of this, but it's not enough. RCY just following him with the zips. Gets the job done. No buyback available on the Slark for a minute. No buyback. I reckon it'll be whiffed here by Flea this time around, but it won't really matter. All they want is the Mega Creeps up. trying their absolute best to delay this this last lane of barracks going down is TiltedBoys. Flay's going to jump in. A nice arrow here on Skyward, and that's going to be the Bounty Hunter gone immediately. As Ash sight the Vice up as he blinks in. Still looking for a lasso, but can't find one. He is going to go down, though he does have buyback available, but they are just falling like flies here. Door is gone to boot. Ash still looking for a lasso opportunity, but immediately RP'd up by Sammy. Could still commit the lasso now. Death Stride will buy him a little bit of time to save. But Volodka also caught, and that'll force the GG well played call here from Skyward. TiltedBoys, a valiant effort here as they did take game 1 in this best of 3 series, but eventually Wildcard just kind of making the comeback here in this series and getting the 2-1 victory, which is, I suppose, what...